Vybz Kartel back in the rum business.
Yes, sir. Bigger and better. I mean, the street vibes was that harsh, rough rum that represented Vybz Kartel at the time.
Almost medicinal.
Almost medicinal. This is fully medicinal. 200-year-old rum factory, very distilled, very cured, made by family, and it's here for our family.
He's out, but it's been a while. Well over a decade. Who's counting?
12 years, 10 months, 6 days, and 14 hours.
You had said your focus earlier was on getting in shape for your concert. How would you rate the progress you've made so far?
Amazing. Naysayers may say something different, but behind closed doors, we work in. We have our personal trainer. We have our personal yoga trainer. So we're doing yoga. We're doing physical workouts. And that's not necessarily for the public to see. What they see is what we want them to see.
There was that incident at Mecca when you had to be helped out of the club. Haven't you been overdoing it?
I'm glad you brought that up. It wasn't helping out. I literally just went to the club. I had 2 sips of champagne, which we don't drink anymore because the rum is here. And the place was so hot. The AC was out. A lot of people fell ill, as did I, because contrary to popular belief, I'm also a human being. So we fell ill, we went outside to cool off, and then we went to the doctor because Sidem was screaming, take him to the doctor. And when we went, all the doctor said was, Kartel, you good? Drink more water. That's it.
But back to the question, haven't you been overdoing it?
No. If the people in the COVID, they were at home and they couldn't even stay inside, much less someone who has been in prison for over a decade. So I had to come out and get myself reacquainted with the fans, get myself reacquainted with society. That was my priority. And now we're focusing on the big show, Freedom Street.
So is Joe.
He just said, hey, you know, we want to work with Downtown. They're the guys that know how to do it, to handle the type of thing that he wants to do in terms of the kind of production and at times the kind of presentation that he wants. And it was pretty much his idea. And of course, when you have a superstar like that, you just have to praise the Almighty for all the hard work you've done over the decades of time.
So basically, he had a game plan and pitched it to you and you just went with it.
Absolutely.
Did you hesitate at all when Kartel gave you his figure, the fee that he was charging?
Well, it wasn't his idea about the fee. You see, the way I deal with fees is their long-term relationship. And he's a superstar, and he's a genius, and he's a changed person. He's not going back. That lady didn't get it right, huh? Yeah.
On the subject of that lady, Donald Trump has won the American election. What's your reaction to that?
I mean,
is that good news for you?
Yes, he's the right man for the job. I believe so. I mean, I don't do identity politics. So not because you're black, I'm going to vote for you. What is your policy? What are your policies? So for me, I think he's the right man for the job. He deserved it. Big up Mr. Trump. It is what it is. That's why people love him. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He gives it to you the way you should get it. Raw, unadulterated, and true.
I think it's God's plan, as Drake says. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see him pretty soon, too.
On the subject of politics, seems like you found a new lawyer. Was Isaac Buchanan let go because he's too closely aligned with politics?
No, I'm an artist. I'm good with PNP. I'm good with Labour Right. I'm neutral. See, so Isaac is my friend. Not only that, he got me out of prison. So I will always love and respect him. Why for the love? So me and Isaac good, and me and Jason good. But yeah, as it relates to politics in Jamaica, me and the Labour Right them good, me and the PNP them good, and I want the whole of them to come on my show.
But was there heat that came out of your appearance at the PNP conference?
No, no heat. No heat. Nobody was, I mean, on TikTok, people was like, Kartel, you shouldn't go. But those were the Labour Rights, and I get it. Because if I went to the Labour Right conference, the PNP would be like, Kartel, you shouldn't, you know? So it is what it is. But yeah, Vybz Kartel fan, bigger than politics. It's right across the board.
Does your contract with Joe cover other shows?
Yes, we're taking the show on the road, so to speak. So we'll be in the Caribbean, we'll be in Asia, we'll be in Europe, we'll be in South America. We'll be bringing Sidem, not Erica. So it's a global thing, as I am the world boss. No? Oh.
Buju Banton had the highest grossing North American tour for a Jamaican artist in 2024.
Yes, I saw that.
Do you see Vybz Kartel topping that if he gets a visa and hits the US in 2025 or 2026?
Not if, it's when. And yes, I will. Buju Banton is my inspiration. Even now, my name is still Adi Banton, because remember, Vybz Kartel was three of us. It was a trio. And in Vybz Kartel, the group, I was Adi Banton. So he's my mentor. And yes, I think I will top it. No disrespect to the G. But yes, come on. It's Adi teacher.
People have been remarking on the ticket prices. Is that a hindrance to the kind of turnout you expect to anticipate at the National Stadium?
I mean, I think so. So that's why this Black Friday, we're going 50% off on the bleachers. Even though I'm not, but the bleachers, we're going 50% off on that weekend specifically. But funny enough, the highest selling tickets are the cheapest, which is the bleachers, and the most expensive, which is the pods. So the turnout is going to be amazing, and I need my main demographic, which is poor people, the youth them from the streets, to come out and be at the show. So for Black Friday and Black Friday only, we're doing 50% off on the bleacher, courtesy of the teacher.
Some people are going to interpret that, though, as an indication that tickets aren't selling.
Tickets are selling hard. As a matter of fact, we got the British crew. I don't know if it have something to do with Sidem, because she don't see them, but the most tickets that are sold are surprisingly from England. A lot of the tickets are from the United Kingdom. So big up the UK. The Queen for England, I feel love off your day. Oh.
You're on a new track with your son, Little Addy. Where does Little Addy need to step up his game, because you are a tough critic?
I mean, all he needs to do now is to give the people variety, which is the spice of life. So don't just stick to the current trend that the younger generation is doing, which you know the type of lyrics they do. You need to have girl song. You need to have songs to the ghetto youth. You need to have songs about reality. You need to have songs about party. And once you give the people the variety, then they will accept you. Like you said, I'm a tough critic. I'm going to page them too and make them know, so bro, not because you're my son. You have to do what you do and do it properly. I'm like the interview where you do with him too. Always asking the tough question.
And since we're on that subject, do you ever anticipate a time when you level the vibes with Alkaline?
I mean, it's a good water. It's very... That's it. Big up Movado.
If he were to acknowledge that there were influences that you brought to bear on his career, would that change things?
Not his career, every career. The same way, I'm not afraid to say Buju Banton, I'm my biggest inspiration. Ninja Man, I'm my second biggest inspiration. When I was going to high school, Calabar, when I heard Ninja Man, I was like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do, music. I want to be a DJ. And then Buju Banton came, and I was like, bro, dancehall, stop yourself. It can't get no bigger than this. So I'm not, why Vybz Kartel is so great, I'm not just Vybz Kartel, I'm a fan, I'm a student of the music. And once you accept that, you will reach far. If you don't accept that, you're not going nowhere. And that's just the truth.
But do you see a time when, you know, if he says what you think he needs to say?
No, I never said what I think he needs to say. I don't care what he wants to say. Like I'm saying, everybody know Kartel set the trend, and if I dress like you, people are gonna know, regardless of if I admit it or not.
So there's no way there can be a kind of accommodation?
No, there's no bad blood either. I'm a grown man, and I'm a changed man, so we hold no grudges, and we don't eat fudges.
And lastly, you want to get back to that US market.
I will.
Are you going to get that visa? Are those efforts on the way right now to secure your return to this United
Yes, I'm
States?
doing it, and I think I will. You know what I mean? I've been approached by many promoters, and I definitely think I will. I mean, Vybz Kartel, like I said, and I've always been saying this, I'm a changed man. My record is clean. People love me. So if it's to get the petitions, people are there to push Vybz Kartel brand universally. That's why I'm the world boss. So yes, I think so. And like I said, my kids have it. All my children have their visas. My mother, my father, my sisters, my brother, my sons, my daughter, my grandchildren. So we good.
Do you anticipate Kartel will have any problem getting that US visa?
No, I don't think so. You know why, don't you? They have a new administration.